All right, straight from working on Willis's car over here to working on Austin's. We're gonna take Willis's torque converter, put it in Austin's car, which I think's in there. I was wrong. It's in this garage. Ta-da! All right, so if y'all follow along with the channel, Austin had this transmission rebuilt by Noah at Performance Works, and I had to rebuild it because, I mean, honestly, a 12-year-old could have watched a YouTube video and built a transmission better than that. It was awful. Unfortunately, he had a bunch of wrong parts, and then he put a torque converter in it, as you'll see here, that just completely disintegrated on the inside. So Noah at Performance Works strikes again. But if y'all are new to the channel, this, after I rebuilt it and we put it back in, this was the first pass down the strip. I thought it was something I had done, but apparently it wasn't. It was the converter that Noah put in that car. I don't know if it was because we used the torque converter that he had, and I thought it was good, but apparently he put a bad torque converter in that car. I don't know. I forgot to even look how much it made on the brake, but I don't know what springs are in it, but we'll see. The boards ain't working, so they do get time slips. So it'll go. That thing hooks really good. I just think he ran it through the 8. Out a big puff of smoke down there after I stopped recording. I don't know what happened. Yay, we got her out. It's out already. I need to check this seal though real good. We've already seen that. I'll show you all the shaft on it. Oh, don't fall over me. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm just using the flashlight. I don't see any bad spots in it. We should probably change it though.
Up against the
Look at that one.
converter, does it?
I mean, you can feel that with your finger bad. Should we change the seal? I think we probably should. Look, that one's smooth as butter. This one, geez, oh Pete, I don't know how it got like that.
Oh, it's got bad.
It's bad. See my fingernails catching right there. It's catching right there. This one don't catch nowhere.
It has been like that before you put burn out.
Somebody should have checked that before they put that in there.
Yeah.
Me? I mean, who?
Street outlaw, man.
It means, guys, we gotta sell a car.
No, look at that.
Yeah, they're screwed up in there. Yeah. I don't know if that's what's keeping them from going on, but
It is.
they are messed up.
So we tried to put the other torque converter on just to check some spacing with the torque converter and the flex plate, but the torque converter would not go on. It was like it was getting stuck before that third drop back. Well, we tried to put that torque converter on. It didn't want to go on. We noticed something's missing in here.
There's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there except for that very back piece. So we're going to take this apart and see what come apart on it. Speedmaster junk. The rest of that's probably in the transmission. I'm going to take it and take it apart. God,
Yeah, it's got pieces of metal all in it. Transmission, I guarantee it.
yeah, that's broke all the hell. These pieces probably went in the transmission. I've never took one of these apart. But I know that ain't supposed to be like that.
No, I just pushed the button.
Who knows if it wasn't already? Like,
So when all that came apart, it's rent the shaft that comes out of the pump. So luckily, I hope it's the same pump, because that one, what is it? I hope it's the same bolt hole pump, but we're gonna have to take that off there, and I'm just gonna swap the pump out. The rest of it seems okay, but that converter, it won't go in because it's binding on them gears. And I'll show you real quick. I don't know why I got down here, because we're about to pull it out of here anyway. But look at that.
we gotta pull that transmission.
Look at that. Look what it did to the teeth. On that. This one's fine. But that one right there, it ain't looking too good. And now I can't get the converter to go on because it gets stuck. And it gets stuck before we can get the third click on it. And I have to force it off of there. Yeah, I'm going to take it all the way apart. Make sure there ain't nothing in it. Put it all the way back together. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to take, hopefully Willis's is a 7-bolt pump. 8 bolt. 8 bolts. Because if it ain't, that ain't going to work. All right. Got Austin's transmission here, back over here at the carport garage. We're going to take it apart and go through it with a fine-tooth comb just to make sure none of the debris or anything got in any of the holes or in the valve body and the drums and ruined any of the seals, etc. Stuff like that. We'll have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, because over here, this Speedmaster torque converter, see, this was the converter that Noah had in the car, and we just used it. Maybe I should have inspected it better. So either it's just Speedmaster junk and it broke, or he took it apart and put it back together wrong. See, before we went to the track, Austin, the car drove just fine, but when we got to the track, you had to really rev it up to get it to move. And Austin was like, something ain't right. But we tried to make a pass with it anyway. And that's what happened. But yeah, I don't know if Noah strikes again. If y'all are familiar with the channel, Noah Performance Works in Waco, Richmond, Kentucky area, built that transmission. I don't even know if you'd call it built that transmission, because it looked like a 10-year-old just slapped the parts back in it. I mean, it was awful. And I don't know if that was another customer's converter he knew was bad and still put it in there, or if he took, there is RTV around there, and I don't think they come with RTV around them, or if he took that apart and put it back together wrong. I don't know. But they're supposed to be, these fins ain't supposed to look like that. They're all beat up. And these fins over here ain't supposed to look like that. Look at that one. They're all beat up. And there's supposed to be a stator in there. Oh, these inside fins too. Look at those. There's supposed to be a stator in there. It's completely gone. I'll show you what a stator looks like right here. But, yeah. So, Willis has a Turbo 400 that has a 6-bolt pump on it. Apparently, I'm no expert at this, guys. I'm just kind of learning this stuff. I'm no, certified mechanic or anything. I'm just some guy out in his carport garage that likes to race and work on cars. And I just do research and, learn to build motors, transmissions, rear ends, and transmissions. But I'm no expert at it. I've never even owned a bolt together pump. That's the first transmission I've ever worked on that even had one on it. But I basically know what they're supposed to look like inside. That one's completely missing the stator. But anyway, we're going to go through this one with a fine-tooth comb, clean it all out. Maybe I'll make a video on that, just to show you what happens when the stator disintegrates and all that crap goes through the transmission. And Willis has a 6-bolt pump. And apparently, from the little bit of research I've done this morning, the bosses on the back of the pump are actually already partially drilled for those 8 bolts, even on the 6-bolt pump. So I'll put it on a drill press and I'll drill those the rest of the way out. We'll clean this out real good, the valve body, the drums, make sure nothing's in the check balls or any of the passages or anything like that. Clean it out real good. Drill Willis's 6-bolt pump to an 8-bolt and slap it all back together and put Willis's old torque converter in this one. When you make more power with a power adder, you need a tighter converter. Like what Willis is doing, naturally aspirated, you need a looser converter. So he put a looser converter in his in the last video. We'll put that tighter converter in this one. So this one makes over 1,000. His Trans Am makes over 1,000 horsepower on the dyno apparently. But yeah, that stall with that power will work good. Should work good in this car. But yeah, we'll get her all smacked back together. We'll see what the Trans Am runs. If it ever stopped raining on Saturdays, we'll see what the new forged 5.3 does over the LM7 that was in this thing. Stock LM7 I ran for 4 years and hit with 30 plus pounds of boost. Would have still been kicking if I hadn't bought non-flowed VSR Bosch 210 injectors off Summit from VSR that were non-flowed. That's what blowed my LM7 up. But anyway, it's completely forged aluminum 5.3 if you keep up with the channel. But hopefully that one's back running, runs good. We can see what that one runs. Get the Austin's Trans Am fixed, see what his runs. And then see if Willis's car dip into the 11s with just a 5.3 with a sloppy stage 2 cam and a LS1 intake junkyard 5.3. So y'all stay tuned. Have a good day.